Hi, I'm Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining me for another week of the weekly energy reading. This one is for Monday, December 26th, so Boxing Day to January 1st, so to New Year's Day. So on that note, if you celebrate your New Year on January 1st, Happy New Year. And so we will be using 3 decks this week. And so my normal Rider Waite, Universal Rider Waite, I forgot to pick up the box from my office. So that box right there, if you can read that. And then I'm going to be pulling one card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. And this is going to represent a message from our higher self. And I'm going to pull one card from Seasons of the Witch, the Yule Oracle. And this is going to represent a message from the earth, from Gaia. So let's just do the main part of the reading first, and then I'll pull the cards afterwards for those extra messages. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all really keeping well. I know there's been some nasty storms in BC where I am, and Ontario has been getting hit and is getting hit still. As I'm, as of today when I'm making this video, which is Christmas Day. So I hope everyone in those areas that might be watching this video are staying safe and keeping warm. I haven't heard that the power has been out. Hopefully that isn't the case. But yeah, just thinking of you guys. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So it feels in the beginning, okay, so we're starting off with the Six of Swords. And I know this card has been coming up a lot lately. And it still feels a lot like it is our higher self guiding us through this part of our lives, or at this moment in time, that our higher self is still driving the boat, basically. I feel that it also feels that like there's a mission to this as well. Like you've got your sight set on something. So whether this is something that you are aware of, I feel like it is something that it's a goal you want to achieve, or something that you're after anyways, but it is, you have your set sight, your sight set on it. And I'm sorry for the jiggling of the table. That's because I have my elbows on the table. I'll try not to do that. I'll try to keep my arms up. Okay. So I feel like there's more to this card though. Like I feel like the energy is still basically, yes, your higher self leading you, but I feel like there's a little bit more to it. It feels like actually you don't maybe know. So I'm also looking at the figure sitting in the boat with the child beside her. And it feels, and I assume it's a woman, I actually don't know. But with the swords and the not being able to see past them and being cloaked. So I feel like there's part of the journey that you don't know what's coming. So although you have this goal or thing that you want to achieve, you're not sure how you're going to get there yet. Like it's like all the aspects of it aren't in place, or you can't see all the pieces of the puzzle coming together to get where you want to go. But I also feel that the child in the boat is very significant too, because the child feels to me like the adult is cloaked. So it's like you're conditioning and your thoughts and beliefs around this are keeping you from seeing what is obvious in a way. And then it's like the child, so it's like, but the inner child is going to be what's leading you. So it's that feeling of joy and mystery and magic, and it's like a lighter, playful feeling. So it's like you needing to trust that feeling, if you're following that feeling of lightness and joy and playfulness and just a good feeling, that is guiding you, where it's going to lead you to where you know you want to go. And so it will bring all the pieces into place. So next we have the Three of Wands. So this to me really works well with that card, because it's like you're at that. So three to me is a creation, it's a creativity, and it's, you're still looking at this, with that Three of Wands, this thing you want to do, that you're having this drive to do, and you're still dreaming it, you're still putting it together. So yes, you have a goal, but not all the pieces are obvious yet, as I had stated. So in this Three of Wands, it's like it's you taking a step back and looking at the big picture and kind of putting it all together. You're creating it, and how to make it work in ways that feel good to you. And but it's still off in the distance. It's still in the future. It isn't coming yet. It's not here now. It's still coming. It's in your future, whatever this is. And again, and then the next card is the Page of Cups. So, and I feel like this is you dreaming it into creation. So you are not working at, but you're dreaming it. You're using your imagination. How does it feel when you try on these different aspects of it? So this is also telling me too that this is, as your higher self leading you, this is a feeling of just happiness, and it's leading you to more and more of that new beginnings, this start, this reimagining where it is that you're going. So where this is taking you is very, very positive. So the next row, we have the Page of Swords. We're starting with the Page of Swords. So there is a little bit of maybe in your dreaming, you're not being 100% realistic. You do have your heads in the clouds a little bit, and a little bit idealistic, as this card is showing me. But the enthusiasm is there, and your heart is in the right place, and you are that head in the clouds, kind of not being realistic about all aspects of what's coming is, I also feel like it's short-lived, that, really your feet are on the ground, or they will be on the ground. And I feel that with the King of Pentacles, which is the next card, and actually with that is the middle card of the whole reading here. And actually we do have the Queen of Pentacles too. So those are actually a really good combination to have, because it's a good balance of being realistic and being prepared for what's coming, but then also letting your heart lead you in the feeling of abundance, and being very focused on what it is your goal is. And back to that King of Pentacles, so it's feeling very, just knowing that, abundance is coming, and feeling abundant. So abundant in all ways, all different types of ways, and being very like determined, like nothing is going to stop you. This is what you're doing. You feel it in the core of who you are, and that you are on the right path, and your choices are right for you. And only you know what's right for you, and others, now I almost said others can't influence you, but I felt a pause when I was going to say that. So that might not be entirely the case. So there might be people questioning, but you're just not paying attention, questioning what you're doing, or you're feeling maybe that they might not feel it's the best choice for you, or whatever it might be. Or maybe these are your own internal doubts or questions, but you are not listening to them. You are moving forward based on what you believe is right. And then we have the Five of Wands. And typically this, to me, is about a card of like practice. They're not really fighting, but I would say back to, in relation to that King of Pentacles, yeah, there might be some people who are maybe questioning what you are putting out there, and in saying that, it doesn't hurt even just to keep it kind of close to yourself, whatever it is that you are planning, so that others don't influence you. But I also feel like this is about boundaries. I feel like this Five of Wands is you just putting up boundaries to what you will allow into your energy. So it's not even that people are really saying things directly to you, but it's what are you exposing yourself to, and what are you allowing into your field that might influence you. And you're just taking a really clear approach with how you're feeling as you move towards this. And you don't, it's about not letting your energies drop, but maintaining and building the positive energy and staying on that path and not being pulled off of it from other influences. Okay, and in the final row, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which I had already touched on. Again, being very, having the energy of being very, and also too with the King of Pentacles, it's a balancing of the feminine and the masculine energy within you. So it's taking the feeling and how things feel as you move ahead with this plan, as you put all your plans into action. Which is the action part being the masculine, that King of Pentacles. So the action part is the masculine, and then the feeling into it as you move forward is the feminine with that Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like this one is not even about, not seeing what being blinded by your own beliefs and hindrances, but to me, it's about taking off the blindfold. I feel like as you are carrying that energy of that Queen of Pentacles and feeling into it, and taking the steps with that King of Pentacles, there's this aspect of old paradigms and beliefs that would have held you back in the past are being exposed through the feeling part, because the energy never lies. The energy is what it is. And as you are carrying that and feeling into things, energies around you, you are realizing your own perhaps fears or doubts or things that would have held you back in the past without even realizing it, but you are confronting them and letting them go so that you can set yourself free. That's really what it feels like, setting yourself free from old bonds through paradigms and beliefs. And then we are finishing the reading with the Strength card. And so this just feels like this whole week in trusting yourself on a whole different level, and carrying different energies and feeling into things rather than thinking through them, but letting go is making you stronger. So you're realizing how strong you are and how powerful you are and all this. And I feel like that is what this is building within you. Okay, so let's pick one card here. I'll not pick, but I'll draw one card from messages from our higher self. See what that may be. Okay, that was an interesting split. So we have softly, softly, the tender touch. Oh, this is so beautiful. Okay. So this is really about holding compassion for yourself. So your higher self is saying, as you're moving through your week, and I really feel like this is in conjunction with the Eight of Swords, and recognizing the aspects of yourself that you are letting go of and that have held you back. But I think with that softly, softly, the tender touch is talking about, as you are recognizing these parts of your old paradigms, not to judge yourself for holding them before, believing these things, but just holding that heart space and loving yourself, and recognizing that it's just all part of your growth, and that things, energies that held you back, were part and parcel of who you are today, and were necessary to get to as part of your growth, because it made you more compassionate, it made you more empathic and open-hearted towards others. But it's time, this is about turning it inward towards yourself and being more gentle and non-judging with yourself. I think that is just beautiful. As you let these old parts of you go, because they are no longer going to serve you. They're no longer serving you. Now, as you are doing that, I mean, these are aspects within you that are, going to be unique to your own experiences, but we all have them. This is something we all go through, right? So let's pick one final card from the Yule Oracle, Seasons of the Witch, and this is a message from our Earth, our beautiful Earth. Because she's part of us and we're part of her. We're not separate. Cardinal medicine. I'm just going to read this to you. Thyself bleeds of sacredness and honor fit for the gods. You are worth all the seas and all the skies and all the desires you hold inside. Oh gosh, that's so beautiful. I love that card with the cardinals. So in doing all this work this week, rising to meet your goals, dreaming it into being, holding the energies of the masculine and the feminine, masculine taking action, feminine feeling into it, having boundaries in place so you're protecting your energy as you're moving forward, and recognizing aspects of you that have maybe holding you back, or fears and anxieties as you are moving through this week, but they're based on old paradigms or old experience that are coming up to be recognized and then to be released. And all this is, it takes inner strength, but it also builds inner strength because you're realizing you can do it. And holding the compassion for yourself and non-judgment as you are recognizing those old paradigms, as indicated with that Eight of Swords. And then with that cardinal medicine, just remembering that through that non-judgment and holding the self-compassion, that you are the creator, you are worthy of everything that you are dreaming of, as is indicated here. So, and that you can do this, and it will happen. And it's just trusting what it is, and holding the clarity of it and the energy of it within you to manifest. So I think this is a really beautiful message this week as we carry on the very final week of 2022. So it is a week of setting goals, and then a week of letting go of old paradigms, so that we can manifest these goals. So there's a shifting happening, but it is being held with self-compassion and love and empathy. And as we navigate this journey together. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I, again, love any feedback. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or if anything resonated with you, please let me know. And please be well, and we will, I guess, see you next year. Take care. Bye for now.